watch the LinkedIn webinar, kindly make sure you follow up with the rest of the team and get to take advantage of it. So welcome today, guys. So today we are going to look up, we are going to talk how we are going to reset and how we're going to think and work in the age of AI, and how everybody is going to make that shift depending in your career, career change and whatever you are in your career. Let me just open the slide. So we have the first slide where we are saying how to think, work, and win in the age of AI. So basically, AI is coming to create a change in our systems, whatever we're working for, whatever we are doing, and in any field that we are in, AI take part in it. And AI is not only a tool. So this is a session about not only thinking, this is a session of not tools. So you're early. If you are here today, you're going to win. So most people are using AI. Very few people understand what is it going to do for their future. So people just using AI maybe to create funny videos, and then using AI to come up with a different kind of comical videos. But how is it going to be used in system, or how are we going to be using this able to come up with systems? So this is why we have this webinar. These webinars exist for the purpose of this. If you have confusion around how AI is going to affect your career, how AI is going to be part of your life, come to these webinars, be a part of this webinar. These webinars are going to be a foundation of you making that leap from where you are, from the 0% level you are, to maybe 5% level of using AI. And that's the only difference between somebody who is at an AI-powered level and somebody who's starting at AI. I just saw an interview yesterday. I just had Lionel Messi, one of the greatest football sportsman, saying that he never even used ChatGPT. And you can understand from that context, if somebody from that caliber has never used that tool. So you see, there's a really big gap. How many people you can empower one? So many systems that you can tap into in this age of AI. So number one, we have the tool chasing culture, whereby as people you've seen in the group, seen in different maybe social media platforms, every day there's a new tool coming in. There's something. People are saying if you want to create maybe the best images, use this tool. If you want to create the best maybe slides, use this tool. If you want. So there's a big culture, and also there's also fear from saying maybe if you use AI, you're not going to be better, you're not going to think better, you're going to start being, shallow. Also, there's no clear roadmap of how people can achieve and how people can use AI. So, from a simple definition, artificial intelligence is just pattern recognition at a bigger scale. So AI is an adaptive system that processes vast amounts of data to identify and analyze structure. So it can help you predict outcome. It can help in decision making. But now AI doesn't think like humans. So we can do one example of a prompt. So maybe I'm going to open my ChatGPT, and I'm going to ask you guys, if you're using your ChatGPT, kindly open your ChatGPT app, whether on your phone or laptop. And we're going to use one prompt on our ChatGPT. So I want us to engage our ChatGPT and use it for a thinking mirror. So I'm going to paste the prompt on our chat. You can pick it up from the chat, and this is what I want you to use on your ChatGPT. So you can get it from the chat, and So that's the so this is my prompt. You are I think Mira, and we want to ask 5 questions ourselves. So open your chat GPT because it's your chat, it's your personal assistant, and you want to ask yourself some very important questions on how AI is going to be used. So I'm sure it has given you some answers. There's something here. It has asked me, if you had 90 days and 0 financial constraints, do you want AI to help you achieve? Personal brand, scalable income, platform, teaching at mass scale, replacing a team. Describe the outcome, not the tool. What would you want it to do for you? So how to answer, just number your response like this. So this is how we use ChatGPT. So we are starting to use it from a basic level. So we've put our prompt here. You are an AI thinking mirror. Ask me 5 questions to assess how I currently think about AI, my depth of understanding. Then this is what. So we have my level of, or my level on the AI leverage curve. Am I a user, operator, or architect? So this is the level that we're going to be moving from a user for you to be. So place you exactly on the AI level. Once you reply, I'll place you exactly. Okay, so I have to answer these questions. See? We have, okay. So when you explain how AI works to an table, what do you actually explain? So maybe you can talk. I can, I can pick this answer. Paste it here. I can do the rest. So I'm picking the answers based on what it has given me. So you can add more context to it, but I'm just moving fast. What I think. So we are trying to use AI to really come up with our thinking mirror so that it can help us move from point A to point B. So we can say most of the biggest questions people are asking is how you can monetize AI knowledge. If you had 90 days with 0, maybe I can say, I can just say personal brand dominance, but I can pick like all of them. It's not bad to pick all of them. So you can do the same thing, and it's going to mirror that for me and give us. So it's going to help me understand more. It's going to help me build better in my business because I'm a coaching. I have a coaching agency, so it's going to help me understand better. And so if you put it in your own context, in your own ChatGPT, I'm sure you've gotten a context of something. And if you've gotten something, you can maybe reply on the chat, give something on the chat as we continue. And we continue with our lesson for today. I'm focusing more on a personal brand. So I want to dominate on my personal brand. So we want to focus and clear this monetization clarity. So monetization is how we can use AI to make money. So it has even suggested an upgrade for us. So it is saying, from saying I teach people how to use AI, I can say I design AI operating systems for all industries and identities and license them. This is your next level of evolution. evolution. Okay, from now moving from tools, more webinars, and more prompts to now frameworks, repeatable systems, and this is what we are going to work on. We'll be having repeated webinars, systems of how we can join into the university, and that is what we are working on. So based on what AI is helping me, it's helping me as a thinking here, and I'm sure it has done the same for you. So guys, give me a response if you've been able to use it in a ChatGPT. If one person has done it, we can continue. And so we continue. So what is AI is not? So AI is not magic. It's not going to do anything magical for you. AI is not a human intelligence kind of platform or brain. It doesn't. It's not alive. It doesn't have a conscience. It's not going to understand your emotional intelligence, and AI is not going to replace your thinking. So AI is only here to amplify the human beings. It's not here to replace them. So we have to make sure we remove that notion for ourselves as we continue using the platform or using AI. So what is AI? What is automation? And what is a software? So a software is something that just the traditional way of how we used to access the internet. So that's something that has been given fixed instructions and logic. So if X happens, then Y is the outcome. So it's predictable and it's rigid. So you need to really keep on updating it. So that's why you get, for example, when you have your phone, you get maybe we have an update for Android, and some phones become maybe outdated because now there's no updates for them. Then we have automation. So this is just repeated workflows. So this is an instruction that is being given, but it's going to be repeated at different scales. So this is just scaling manual tasks through scripts and how to trigger the motion. And finally, we have AI. Now AI is the intelligence. Now we are in the intelligence era. So AI is adaptive and it learns from that. So see from today how you continue from that simple prompt that you've put on ChatGPT, it's going to start learning you. That's why I advise you to start using tools like ChatGPT, because it can be your thinking mirror and it's going to understand you. You can upload data to it. You can upload your maybe work data, career data. You can upload different types of data for you to train your ChatGPT to adapt to your data. So it's going to handle all those complex data for you, and understanding this is going to be a leverage as we enter into the next era. So we have to understand why people ask, why most people use AI wrong. So one is in the position whereby somebody says, you're using AI for the wrong, you're asking shallow questions, you're asking AI wrong questions. You're providing no context to it. You want, for example, today, you're telling me you want to book, maybe you want to book a hotel, and maybe you want to book a hotel for your family. When you want to book a hotel for your family, you provide an example so you they're asking context. So the same way you're going to talk to them, you have to provide context. Then you have to operate without, people are operating it without system. So you have to have a system of how you're operating your AI. And we're going to do an example here. And finally, is treating AI like Google. You see, people are asking AI questions. Maybe, where can I get this? Maybe my child is sick. What can I do? You see, where can I buy this stuff? What is the best? They're asking questions that lead to poor results, and then they're going to say AI generic, AI is redundant, AI is down. But now we need to ask the right questions. So how do we ask the right questions to AI? So I'm going to ask you again to open your ChatGPT. We are going to do another prompt, and this is an example of bad and good prompts. So we have an example here of the prompt. This is an example of a bad prompt. Write me a good business idea using AI. And once you put that prompt, AI is going to give you an answer. That's what I'm saying. AI can be also not right, because it can be delusional, it can hallucinate, because it's also going to give you an answer based on what you write on it. But this is not a good prompt, because one thing that we've talked about, it is missing a context. You're operating without a system. So an example of a prompt that we can use that is better than this one is the one that I'm going to post on the chat. Let me just post it on the chat. So this is a good prompt that provides context and gives AI a task. And for each model, it's going to give it a problem, use case, and how we can monetize, and how we can use it in 2026. You understand? So you can check it out. So that is a good, you can use it on your own. That is how you act as a business strategist, and that's how you get good results into it. So I've put the second prompt, and if you guys have been able to do it, you can just reply on the chat and use it on your chat GPT. We are going to do the same thing. So we are going to edit our message. You can do that on also on your chat GPT. If you put a wrong prompt, you can always edit the message, and that's what we want from our chat GPT. So this is, you provide context into it, and also it's going to give you like 3 business models that you can see how you can be able to launch them. This is one of the business somebody can do. You can be able to do this business and pitch it to somebody. So people are already even doing it. SMEs will not hire will not hire middle managers. Founders want control and clarity. You sell outcomes, not tools. Sticky retainer. This is something you can do. We also have model 2, that is AI sales and follow-up engine for SMEs. You can create that. There's a problem. SMEs lose money because leads are not followed up consistently. That's true. Sales reps forget, delay, or freestyle. No visibility on who contact who. So this is death by leakage, not by lack of leads. So how can we use AI? AI can classify the leads if it's hot, warm, or cold. That's depending on how the customer responded. It can draft follow-up messages the way some of the times the messages you guys get on WhatsApp, it's always AI that has draft them for me. So it can do that for you guys, and you can sell it as a business. So AI doesn't close deals, but it makes sure that the system works. So you can monetize this by setup fee. You can set it up for an SME, and you can have a monthly retainer of maintaining the system. So this one you can, actually this is something that even it works in the current business. Then we have for staff, and we have different business. And you can see the way even right now when we talk about the strategy, it has even given us the speed to launch, revenue to power, stickiness, how it's going to stick in the market, and the authority you're going to have. So this is even the recommendation it's giving us. If I was advising you privately, start with model 1. Why? You use it to enter SMEs, then cross-sell model 2 or 3 later. Why? Highest authority, highest trust, best long-term leverage. Perfect match for AI literacy and execution. I'm actually even using this system currently. So you can use that to come up with somebody. So for AI to act as your senior business strategist, and it's going to give you context depending on what you prompt it. So this is what you call prompting. If guys, I'm waiting for anybody to respond on the chat to tell me if they've been able to do that, so that we can go to the next thing. Having a problem hearing me, you can just always log out of the chat, then come back. That might solve your audio. We've done the second prompt, and that is using AI as our senior business strategist. And we've talked about a bad and a weak prompt. We've talked about a good prompt. So the prompt is, I've sent it in the chat. You can always find it in the chat. Okay. So let's move to the next slide. I can see one of you has confirmed that everything is well. So if you've been able to use, like I said, guys, we're using ChatGPT. Open your ChatGPT. That is the first LLM we're going to be using. You remember in our first webinar, we talked about LLM. LLM is the brain that houses everything that we are doing. And the tool that you're going to be using is the most common tool, that is ChatGPT, before we go into other tools in future. So we have how do we leverage AI, and that is the curve of how people are using AI currently in the market. We have the AI user, that is level 1. And then we have the AI operator, that is level 2. Then we have AI architect. I hope you guys are taking notes. So depending on the level you are, that's how it determines your income and influence. It grows in each level. So I hope you guys are taking notes. We're going to go to level 1. So level 1 is AI user. So what happens at the AI user level? This is where people just are doing basic prompting. They're doing one-off tasks. They're just copying and what is happening. The same thing that maybe I can do. Maybe I'm sending you guys prompts and you guys are just copying and pasting, and there's no differentiation. So you cannot differentiate your work, and you just most people stop here. And if you've looked at what people say about AI, they say maybe I started using AI. I started prompting with two things. It's hard to do this because they are copying prompts and they are using prompts. And from there is when became the work became monotonous for them. Then we have the AI. So this is people who move from asking simple questions to now asking structured questions, complex questions. These questions lead to better outcomes, detailed outcomes. Then we have repeatable workflows. For example, somebody has created a marketing script for a salon, for maybe construction business. So he has created a repeatable workflow for his social media, maybe account. This is where people build processes that deliver consistent results every time. So this is where professionals are, and this is where professionals win. So somebody has maybe somebody in the HR space is using AI to be able to recruit and maybe qualify leads better. Like we used AI the other time to revamp our LinkedIn for us to position ourselves better in the recruiter skills, for us to use LinkedIn as a personal brand space and etc. And then we have output refinement. Sorry. So people are using it to polish outputs, for example, so that you can meet certain standards. Remember, we did the AI prompt where we were able to change the head of our LinkedIn, and that is just maybe to meet professional standards. Okay. So this is where professionals win. So this is where they get productivity, and you can hear people say maybe, and I've gained from AI. AI has helped me to maybe present my work case better. For example, this webinar that we're doing, AI is taking notes for me. So it's helping me to be able to even come back and recap this lesson, and it's improving my workflow. I can be able to schedule these classes earlier. I can be able to have repeated workflows. I can be able to go and look at the recap of all the classes. So depending on whatever you're doing as a productivity tool, as a professional, AI is there. So, and then we have level 3. So this is a level whereby systems think, design. So the systems think for you. This is where you use advanced tool to be able to interconnect different tools. For example, we have people who are doing automation and they're connecting no-code automation, and they're connecting tools from maybe Zapier, and then maybe they can connect it to your Gmail, and they can be able to respond to your Gmail messages, maybe sort for you some sheets, or maybe do sheets, do certain tasks for you. And this is now the architect. This is where leaders emerge. This is where the biggest advantage and influence in AI. So depending on the level where you're right now, if you're starting as a user, you can know where you're going from. You know you're going from a level of being a user to now an operator. Now, and finally, the biggest level in whatever field you're going to do is now architects. And that's where there's a strategic advantage for everybody. This is where leaders emerge. How is AI changing work? Everything that you're doing. So entry-level tasks are being automated, you see. So this is going to raise the bar for the professionals. We are going to have few junior roles. You see, we used to have roles like junior data entry clerk, junior developer, junior sales development, maybe representative, junior customer service, whatever level they call it. And now we are going to have fewer roles than that because AI will be able to compete for those tasks. There'll be high expectations for everybody. So your type of quality of the work is going to have high expectations. limitations. Because right now, even I always wonder why somebody is typing on maybe LinkedIn using their own native language, and they're trying to communicate something on a professional standard. Why can they just use AI to come up with a very good script or copyright? You understand? So because the baseline for quality and the speed has really shifted. So mediocrity is no longer an option. Nobody is going to withstand your mediocrity, because now with AI, why can't you just go to a tool like ChatGPT for free and just refine your email, refine your communication? That's the question that people will be asking, recruiters will be asking, because now it's changing how everybody is thinking. Then we'll be having faster executions. So workflows that took weeks, for example, now takes hours. For example, if you ask a graphic designer right now in this space, if you have a graphic designer, how long is it going to take them to come up with a poster? They'll tell you maybe even 3-5 hours, 2 days, depending on the lead time of the person, because it's a human being. But now with the speed of AI, you can come up with posters in 1 minute. And we have the strategic focus, where human value is really shifting towards critical reasoning. So adaptation is not optional. We need to adapt. We need to move into the AI era, because that's where things are really going to be. And we are here at the AI era. There is nothing to escape from. So we're going to do another prompt. And this prompt is going to explain a few things. Okay. So we are going to use it as a career strategist, and how we are going to use AI in the level whereby it's going to change our work. And I've just copied and just paste the prompt into the chat, so you can see it. So you're a career strategist. We want to strategize our careers, everybody in whatever field we are. And you can add more context to it. You can say maybe whatever you're doing, but you can leave it to automate to you, because you can ask 5 questions that will help you reposition me for the AI economy over the next 12 months. And we want to reposition ourselves. So you can add more context to it, to that post, and it can help you come up with a strategy of how you can attack it on your career. Okay. So some of you are saying that they are unable to. Okay, and why and nobody has said it in the chat. Okay. Okay, sorry. Let me just send it here. So we have the first prompt over there. I'll just paste every prompt that we did then. Okay, so let me just put all the prompts that we did. So we did the first one, which was saying act as a senior business strategist. You can use it on your ChatGPT. And then we have the second one, which one says you're a career strategist. So currently we are at the career strategist. So we can start with the career strategist. Then you're going to open another chat and use it as a senior business strategist. So right now, let's go and open a chat, and we can just use it from the same chat. I'm just going to continue with the same chat, and it's going to answer me. It's like I asked it different kind of questions. that are really vital for my career during these next 12 months. And you can do the same for your own career, and you can add context to it, more context to the prompt that I've given you guys, maybe to personalize it better to maybe your career, your brand, or whatever you're doing. So I've just I've just gone to the WhatsApp group, and I can't paste it on the WhatsApp group. So come back to the poll and you're going to see it. Okay. I'm waiting for you guys. If you've been able to see the prompts on the chat, kindly let me know. I've seen Sham. Great, thanks. Okay. And for the rest of the people, kindly let me know. And if you've been able to see it, you can let the people in the group also know. Okay, thank you. So I've sent the first one. You're using AIs, I think, in Mira, and you can see it from the chat. Check on the question and answer chat, and you should be able to see it. So let's go back to our ChatGPT, and this is from our last chat. And I'm going to paste the prompt that is in our chat. You can also see it on your chat. We're going to use that one, and that's just we want it now to act as a career strategist, and we want it to strategize for us our career. So I think the best question you can ask yourself in any business. So I'm sure it has done the same for you. So once it has done the same, you can go pick an answer. Hey, we go to the next slide. That is the careers and the reality check of how AI is going to change everything. So AI is not going to replace you, like we said. Someone who's going to use AI. So any person who's in this webinar automatically is going to replace people who are not attending such maybe webinars or boot camps or mentorship kind of platforms whereby they can be able to maybe understand what is the AI. So someone who's using AI will automatically replace the same person. You remember we had a time whereby the people in the taxi business had a problem with the people who are using Uber, and right now everybody is in Uber. So if you take in that small example, like the people who are using Uber replace the people who are using, as simple as that. So the people who decided to use tech uh, replace the traditional people who didn't want to use tech. So still, the skills that you stack on your portfolio really matter. So combining different kind of skill sets during the AI era is really important. So you really need to position yourself in a space whereby you're going to matter. So people who are going to start early, people who joined crypto when crypto was $1 are the billionaires or the millionaires right now. Okay, the people who are joining crypto right now, maybe they have money. If you don't have money right now, you can't really join crypto. So you know, a Bitcoin, you can't buy Bitcoin because I'm sure one Bitcoin right now is like more than $100,000. So if you don't have money, you can't buy Bitcoin. So people who benefited from Bitcoin are people who bought it fast. Those are people who are called early adopters. So the people who position themselves as the doers, uh, they move from being a doer to a thinker, the people who are going to have systems. We have AI businesses. It's a competitive weapon actually, because it's going to reduce the cost. So if you can position a business whereby you can show SMEs, companies, how they can reduce cost using AI, you're going to position yourself better. The speed to market, the speed of you creating a product from scratch, delivering it is very quick. If you're delivering a poster, if you're delivering a video, if you're delivering maybe a report, if you are responding to emails, if you are making decisions, the delivery to market is very fast. And next, we have the smarter decisions. If we communicate well to AI, like we see the way you've done today's prompts, it's going to give you smarter decisions when you're trying to make a decision. And also, it's going to now reduce people working in your team by leveraging you working with the most strategic people. So it's going to leverage, right now, maybe you can reduce maybe some people that you feel that are not that really strategic in your team and work with the strategic team. So efficiency is the new baseline. So AI is a competitive weapon in any kind of business. So whatever type of business you are in, AI is a competitive weapon. So when it comes to creators, if you're a creator, the first one is AI in careers. We just talked about AI in careers and how it's going to, people who are using AI are going to replace people who are not using AI in the career space. Then we went to business, whereby we say it's going to reduce the cost of you doing business. The speed of you launching business from scratch is going to be faster. Next, we have, it's going to help you make, let's say it's going to help you make smarter decisions. Finally, lead teams. That's what AI is going to do in business. So it's a competitive weapon in business. And finally, we have AI with creators. So in creators, you can create content at scale. You remember the speed at which you can create your own avatar compared to the speed that it could have cost you to maybe go to the maybe booth or photo studio. You can create content at scale. Okay, you can research on demand. Okay, you can validate your idea. Today, if you want to know the price of maybe sugar, you can go check it and validate how much sugar is being brought and the demand of sugar. So you can validate your idea if you want to bring sugar. Then you can monetize the leverage. So AI is going to reward your clarity. So this is the core principle. AI rewards clarity. So for people who are going to be clear and offer information that has been siphoned or information that have been funneled to be very clear are going to be rewarded by AI. So the new skills matter. So which are the new skills? Number one, we have prompt literacy. So this is the ability to communicate intent, context, and constraints to AI systems effectively. So this is just basically how to talk to AI. That's the first basic skill that everybody needs to have. Then we have systems thinking. So this is designing workflows where multiple AI tools can work together and help create a system. You remember we talked about that we did the LinkedIn revamp system and we used a tool. We used ChatGPT we use Menas, we use Gemini. So this is how you can use systems for you to be able to come out with an output. So ChatGPT didn't revamp our LinkedIn. Gemini didn't revamp our LinkedIn. We were using them as a system for it to revamp our LinkedIn. Then we have critical reasoning, whereby we are going to evaluate AI outputs for accuracy, bias, and strategic alignment with goals. So you can help it, you can ask it the same questions you've asked, like acting as a career strategist, can you just critically think for us how we can position ourselves in this AI era? And finally, we have decision framing, identifying the right problems to solve and how AI can best assist in the solution. So it is not a tool for memorization. It is a tool that if you focus on the principles, and these are the 4 main skills that are going to divide people into different big jobs. So it's going to divide people from prompt literacy, you're going to have prompt engineers, maybe prompt architects, you're going to have prompt, maybe people who are going to be maybe repairing prompts, and we have different sectors that is emerging from all these skills. So we have the common myth that is everywhere. We have AI is too advanced for me to learn. That is wrong. I'm too late for the AI revolution that has just started. AI is going to kill my creativity. That is the most biggest myth that you will find everywhere. And you also, AI is only for techies and coders. That is all false. So your role in the AI economy. Consumer. This is using AI tools for personal convenience and basic information retrieval. That is, can be a role, you can be there. You decide where you want to be, or you can be an operator. You can leverage AI to enhance professional productivity. So you can use AI. You see the same way people use YouTube. You have people use YouTube to watch maybe songs, their favorite influencers, etc. You have people who are using YouTube maybe to find information. That's an operator. See? There are people who are using YouTube to build. That is people who, for the same, one of the boot camps you're going to do in future, by the end of this January, we talked about YouTube automation. And people are using maybe YouTube maybe to create content and the rest, like the people we know, those are builders. Then we have leaders. So in the operator level is where you are leveraging AI to enhance professional productivity. We have the builder level, whereby you are creating custom AI-driven systems, workflows to solve problems for people. So you can solve a problem right now. What is a problem? We have the current economy whereby I'm just going to define a problem that AI is really solving, even in the current markets. So people are graduating, people are getting married, people are celebrating these important moments in their lives, but they cannot afford to get a photographer. They cannot forget to maybe get a makeup artist. They cannot afford maybe to get a studio for them to do this or participate in this. Okay, so there's somebody saying I cannot stress the invite for ChatGPT group. There's no invite to ChatGPT group. You're just doing it on a personal ChatGPT because it's going to ask you your own personal questions. There's no point in a group. Shamim, that's the question you've asked. We can now see. Okay, thank you. Okay. So let's proceed. So what is your role in the AI economy? Like I was saying, you decide where you want to be. So if you want to create custom systems and workflows to solve problems, be able to generate and leverage AI. One, in the leader level is directing strategic AI adoption, defining the future of work in a domain. In whatever domain you are, you can direct how AI is going to be used. If you're in your customer service department, you can find how AI you can use chatbots, you can get calls the way Safaricom is using Zuri. Rest, you can direct those strategic adoption of AI in your companies. You can define the future of work in your domain and become a leader in your companies and help them adopt this. By you being in this kind of webinars, it helps you do that. So What's coming next for the coming webinars? We have the practical workshops. So every Sunday, we are going to have hands-on and real-world AI skills. We are going to look into tools and how we can be able to use these tools to build systems. And these systems are going to help us maybe leverage in different kind of business environments. We're going to use these systems. We are going to move from the basic prompts that we have on the chat and start building AI workflows. We're going to build workflows that, for example, an example of a workflow is the one that you're going to use to maybe achieve YouTube automation. So we are going to see that at the end of the month, how we can be able to do that. And our community learning, we can collaborate together, we can collaborate as a team and be able to use this network to build everything. So I'm going to ask you to do one practical. So go back to ChatGPT and I'm going to post a prompt that is going to help you guys. Move from one step to another. Well, like guys, businesses don't care about AI hype. They only care about speed, cost, and decisions. So AI delivers all the three. AI can deliver the speed and reduce the cost, and it can help in decisions. So that's why founders, if you are using a business, if you're a business owner, you need to understand AI. Just use AI to delegate it, like give me these results. No, you need to talk to AI in a position where it's going to help. Creators, like I said, AI does not kill creativity, it only removes the friction. Creators who understand AI will outproduce others automatically without burning out. So you can create at scale, you can be clear on what you're creating, you can show your intention. You should stop memorizing the tools because these tools are going to change. Understand? Today, maybe you're using ChatGPT. Tomorrow, maybe you're using Gemini. Tomorrow, maybe you're using Quen. Quen is the one for Alibaba. And depending on whatever country you are, where you are. So what is important is learning the skills. And the first skill that we talked about is prompt literacy. The second skill we're talking about is systems thinking. The skill we talked about is judgment. Because all these skills are not going to expire. Understand, this is what is going to help us in the future. So, and like I said, real systems, how to use AI to system. You need to choose a role, like we say, you need to move from a consumer to an operator, to a builder, to a leader. So AI is not going to choose you. You're the one who's going to choose. You want to continue being a consumer, whereby you just know you have the ChatGPT to use you to help you do 1, 2, 3. Or maybe you just want to maybe use ChatGPT to operate and help in business. Understand? So continuing talking about that, I have to press the prompt for you guys. So let me just do that. Okay. So let me just prepare for you the prompt. So we want it to act as a foresight analyst. And this is why I'm telling you guys this thing at an early stage like right now. So I've tested the prompt and I want you to ask it to foresight or to forecast for you, the current AI trends and what is going to happen in the field or what is going to happen in the next 3 years and where there's an opportunity or where it can warn you. Okay. Just send it to the chat and broadcast it to everyone. Okay. This is the current trend that is going to happen from 2026 to 2029. So the first one is AI as an everyday workflow partner. I think we're even experiencing that in our group. Every day we talk about AI, get an insight of how we can use AI to maybe our workflows. Some of you are just saying that AI has really solved your problems. Some people are telling me it has helped them revamp their LinkedIn. Some people are telling me it has helped them come up with maybe the bio and headers. Some people are telling me they can be able to upload their reports and it can summarize for them. So it is becoming an everyday workflow partner. So AI won't just automate tasks, it will collaborate with workers in real time. Autonomous anonymization of documents, I've just said that. I've just talked about this and the rest. So work will shift from manual execution to strategic orchestration. People won't just do tasks, they'll design AI workflows that do. We're already doing that in 2026. So productivity expectations will skyrocket, you see. If you do a research, there's been a big surge of billionaires and millionaires, and there's been a big surge of solo millionaires. So people, one person can create a company that is going to make them mad cash. We saw when Elon Musk came into Twitter, he changed the company from a 2,000 workforce to 20 people. A company like Telegram runs with only 10 people. We have a company like Higgsfield, which is an AI company that only runs with 20 people. So you see, like AI has come and helped people, reduce and only work with the strategic people, understand? So that's what I'm telling you. If you're not using AI, you're going to be replaced with people who are using AI, because people who are using AI are going to outcompete you, outdo you, outpace you. We have productivity expectations with skyrocket. Organizations will expect, like I said, faster turnaround times. If you're doing currently on the social media trend, we have so many social media channels that have popped up. So if people were posting maybe once or thrice in a week, nowadays people are even posting every single day. So if you are a videographer, editor, photographer, somebody who's using AI is going to be delivering content so faster than you. See. Another thing is higher output. People nowadays can be able to, if you can prompt 4K HD content. So the output really needs to be. Then we have personalized experience for customers. So as a result, speed and quality will no longer be threatened. It will be the baseline, powered by AI. Then we have new work model emerges. Freelancing, gig work, distributed teams will become dominant. Like I said, now the normal 9 to 5 is going to change automatically, because this is now we're entering the gig economy. Okay. So it's going to be the same 9 to 5, but it's going to be a different kind of hybrid. That's why you've seen the past 4 years, we have now the hybrid kind of environment of remote work that was being brought by COVID. So which skills will compound? Number one, AI literacy and prompt engineering, not just AI, understanding how to use this. So this is going to really grow in value. Creative and strategic thinking, this is going to grow. Systems thinking and integration, workers who can map relationships between functions, embed AI in business processes. You see, bridge the technical and non-technical teams will be the highest in demand, like I say. So this is the translation layer between a translator between technology and business, the person who's going to position themselves there. We have the human-centric skills. This includes emotional intelligence, relationship building, persuasive communication, and the rest. So roles that are going to shrink and disappear, these are the repetitive roles. We have something like data entry that is going to die. Fast pass reporting dying. Standardized code generation is going to die. Routine document formatting, like I said. So tools like the ones that do something like PDF scanner, PDF generator, you can be able to generate a PDF with ChatGPT. Those tools are going to now be automated or be streamlined. Like I said, content creators are going to middle level people who are no high quality content creators, like they're going to be really used and die, because right now we have even people you can generate UGCs, you can generate your own content creators and scale them. You see, before somebody sets up their camera and do a sales video for you, you can be able to generate like different kind of avatars who can be able to do that currently, the current model. Traditional administrative assistants, those are going to be jobs that are going to be integrated with AI, because AI can integrate your calendar, like I said, your email. So the personal assistant kind of business is going to die. So what type of people will thrive? AI native thinkers, those people who understand AI capabilities, experts, like I said, people in healthcare, people, if you're already in any kind of knowledge domain, any part of your career, you can be a good interdisciplinary expert, and you can use AI to bridge this gap for the people in your field. You have the creative strategists who can frame them in ways AI can solve. You can align AI outputs to outcomes, so you can become a very big value designer, not only a content producer. You can use AI in ethics. You can show people how you can guide how to use AI. So there's a warning here. It's telling us if you treat AI as a tool for doing more of the same, you will be outpaced. True? So if people who rely on old methods, manual execution, rigid roles, siloed thinking, will see their value erode. And that these are the people complaining right now who are making most noise on the internet. AI doesn't replace effort. It only replaces avoidable cognitive work. You understand? So if you don't shift your mindset, automation will shift your role away from relevance. This is a one. An opportunity who are looking into the opportunities, the biggest opportunity is creating yourself as an AI augmented professional, someone who combines human judgment with AI speed and scale. Those who master AI-driven productivity, strategic AI orchestration, and the rest will not just find jobs, will shape industries. And that is what is happening currently in the current market. So when we come to the last outcome of our, when you come to the call to action to everybody is to actually attend the Sunday practical workshop. Organized, it's going to be every Sunday. Join our AI community, have our AI, Africa Money AI community, now that I'm going to send everybody in the group who attended, and apply what you learned immediately. So whatever we've learned today, go take it and apply it immediately and stay consistent in practice. Another thing I'm going to add is, since we are growing a community, try as much as possible to influence people to come into the community so that you can learn as a group. It is always great to learn as a group because you're going to keep each other on checks. It's your responsibility of everybody who are in this to come back and help the community to grow and bring other people into the group for you to work together. So momentum matters. So AI will not define your future, your thinking will. So my name is Agoro. Thank you guys for coming into this webinar. I'm going to end it with one rule. Whenever you open up your ChatGPT, never think about saying, let me ask ChatGPT. Think about, what am I going to test ChatGPT today? Understand? So instead of you asking, shift it from asking and change the perception to testing. So if you have any question, I'm going to take a few questions, and our webinar was supposed to go for 1 hour. Then I can take a few questions. If you have any question, you can ask me at this level. Okay, there's Bede who has raised his